I feel like at the moment we are the underdog to C9 because we are a completely new team.
I'm here with Nukeduck, the head coach for FlyQuest. Congratulations on a 2-0 week. I'm a Shopify Rebellion fan, so I'm a little hurt by the first game, but it's okay.
Mhm.
You guys are doing great. First, talk to me a little bit about this game. You guys were playing against a Blitzcrank, and it seemed like it was a little problematic. Getting picks, Ash before the second dragon, even though you guys ended up getting it anyways. When you guys got Baron on the side lane, like Blitzcrank seemed to be getting picks. Eventually, it seemed like you guys figured it out. Just put Olaf in front, and if they hook Olaf, he just kills everyone. But was that something you were expecting? Were you surprised by it? It seemed like at first you didn't know how to handle it.
Yeah, that's kind of true. I mean, laning phase was our bot lane did well, but um, yeah, gonna be honest, I kind of wanted to ban Blitzcrank on the last phase of bans, but I wasn't entirely sure, and some other people wanted to ban Jack, so I just let them. But Um, yeah, I mean, Blitzcrank was of course weak later on because he can't do anything, right? He can only hook as long as we don't like give him a hook. He can't really hook. So early game should be like the hardest, or yeah, making picks as you said. So we didn't have the best tools to deal with it. I will say like one time he got a pick on our jungler. We kind of played bad because Ash had her hawk shot, so there was no reason for our Vi to face check with her body when like Ash is like one of Ash main attribute is her hawk shot, so kind of like misused our abilities there, or like misjudged like who should do what, and that's why he like got the hook on Inspired on the third dragon. So yeah, I mean, yeah, your assessment is correct. Like I think that we didn't like deal with the Blitzcrank that well. Will say like later on he will become weaker. So yeah, that's true, pretty much.
Okay. And talk to me a little about draft because you said you wanted to ban him, but then there's some discussion going on. How does drafting go? Do you just like let your players cook? Because we saw today Olaf. Yesterday we saw the Poppy. I don't know if you guys have been practicing it, but it was like perfect for that condition. Inspired said he was like, yeah, Poppy looks good, so we want Poppy. Do you guys try a lot of stuff in scrims, or are you just confident your players can pull out whatever they want whenever they want?
Yeah, I mean, I try to envision how like drafting will go, and then I want them to practice a little bit, at least each champion that I think will be like relevant in like drafting meta. I will say though that before like this weekend, I was really unsure what was going to be the meta, so I was just normally I kind of have a good grasp on what I need them to play, but I wasn't entirely sure here. And usually I do prep like the first phase is usually like done by me and Richard and Arrow. We are the three coaches there, and also our analysts, Empire and Sig. So we usually do the first part, and then, but when it comes to second phase, yeah, I don't always have it planned because at that point in the decision-making tree, it will be so many different situations that like it's hard to really plan for it, and then, uh, yeah, Inspired and Bippo both like to they have a very good champion pool, so I do lean on them a bit when it comes to like the later phases of the draft. Also, I mean, if I would have to pick for them, I would like gladly do it, but they like to have that control themselves as well. So yeah, kind of let them cook a bit on the last picks, but of course not gonna let them do anything they want. But as long as it looks reasonable, then yeah. So that also makes it so we don't have to use like that much time for drafts. Like I don't like to make my players sit in draft meetings like for hours. I want to just kind of let them do their thing and just like kind of like make all the draft and just be like, okay, this is option, this option, this option, what do you guys like? And then so I don't like exhaust them and take too much of their time. So yeah.
Okay. And how is coaching this team? You have like three super veterans in Bwipo, Jensen, and Inspired, and then you have two very fresh players in Busio and Masu. You coach Busio on Hunt Thieves, but how is it like managing to coach like super veterans and rookies? It's almost like they probably need different things. So how do you go about that?
Yeah. So the super veterans, they're like, they're different personalities. So for example, like someone like Jensen, he's very like easygoing, and he really tries to always see how he can improve, and he's always open to like question his own beliefs. So with him, it's like pretty straightforward. But Bippo and Inspire, they're a bit different kind of person. They like to lead the game, and they have like a very strong feeling of how to play the game that they like tap into to shot call inside of the game. So with those, it's like a bit harder to help sometimes, but also they also thought about a lot of scenarios about how they play in the first place, so they don't need as much coaching as well. And when it comes to the bot lane, we do have a bot lane like positional coach with Arrow, so he does a lot of the laning phase and stuff like that. And so I mean, yeah. And then Alan, Busio, he's very easy to coach, and he learns very quickly. And then, but he's not a full rookie. He right now he isn't someone that needs to be like necessarily led, or I think he's a pretty complete player. And Masu is very new, and Masu is a very like stereotypical ADC player. Like he's very like weighted towards like mechanics. He doesn't usually like think so much about the game other than that. So with him, we have to like try to like teach him a bit about like how to play in team and stuff. But at the same time, he plays ADC, so if he just follows and plays well mechanically, we don't really need much more than that from him. But so something like that.
All right, and I think you guys in C9 right now are 2-0. Do you think you guys can like match up to them? It seems like they're on like another level. They brought in JoJo. How do you guys feel looking at C9? Do you guys feel like you're the underdog, or are you guys like pretty even matched?
No, I feel like at the moment we are the underdog to C9 because we are a completely new team. And they played together, and they also got very strong upgrades that also played together before and stuff like that. So I would say their starting point is higher than ours. I don't think our macro is like, I definitely want to work more with it before I am happy with it. So yeah, I think at the moment we're the ones that need to like put in work and improve if we're gonna be able to like match C9 come playoffs. We need to like work hard and improve, I think.
All right, and then a couple more questions. You and Mithy are both players that transition to coaches. We're seeing a lot of people transition from playing to coaching. How is that transition for you? Like, what difficulties do you come across, and what strengths do you bring as a ex-player?
Yeah, so my first year, I would say it was a bit tough because when you do something for so long, you get really like used to it. And then also I was coaching in NA, so I was like kind of struggling a bit with like, just the transition. I was like, it wasn't like feeling right. I was like, some of the players I thought like, wow, this is like a bit not that fun because like I was used to play on higher level and I'm like trying to coach lower level a bit, I felt like. But so the first year I was a bit like doubtful, but now it's very easy. I think now I'm very like confident that that's what I like want to be doing, and I don't have any any doubts about that. And I do think what it does bring is that I understand like it's very easy if you didn't play the game well to have like, even though you can know a lot, it's very easy to have like blind spots because you don't get to like test what you're doing like constantly. So I would say I have more of a complete game understanding, and I don't have like those like typical blind spots that someone that didn't play the game at a high level that you can't like just read or watch to see, so that way I can pretty much, I feel like the players can discuss with me like how to play even like more situations, just bring like more experience, I guess.
All right, man, take care.
All right, bro, take care.
Thank you guys for watching. It's been really fun having this experience of just doing LCS interviews through the LCS, like post game. I have not done this before. This was week 1. Honestly, I think my interviews kind of sucked. I think day 2 were a lot better than day 1 this week, but hopefully I keep improving. You guys have any feedback, let me know, and make sure to hit that subscribe button because I am trying to sign up for the LPP and I need 1,000 subs, so keep them coming.